Hey guys, as many of you guys know, if you're watching my YouTube videos, you probably know that I'm into UMPCs, which are these small microcomputers that you can do a lot of things with. And I really like them because they can fit in your pocket and they run Microsoft Windows, which means that they can run any legacy program or game. It's really cool. And I thought, well, recently, why haven't anyone made another UMPC? Because these days, processors are getting smaller and faster. You have the Intel Atom and the Core M processor now, and I think Core M is really what manufacturers should be aiming for because it's fanless. It's a fanless design, it has low TDP, low wattage and everything. So why don't they make a modern day UMPC like in the old days? In the old days, they had to use these really inefficient processors, and it wasn't very good. The battery life wasn't very good. Screen wasn't very good. And now we do have a modern day UMPC. This is a company called GPD, a Chinese company, and they made a product called the Win. So this is a GPD Win. This is a UMPC basically that came out this year, 2016, which I'm really happy about because I've been waiting a long time for a company to make a modern day UMPC device. I've been wondering, like, why haven't companies made a modern day UMPC device? Like these days, the processors and the RAM and the display and everything's getting so much better. So yeah, this is the GPD Win. I'm just holding in my hands right now for the first time. Wow. I'm really happy about this, guys. Like, it's about time that a company decided to make a modern day UMPC. I don't have to think about the old Atom processors or the old, like, what is it? The Intel A110 or the VIA C7M, those shitty processors from back in the day. These days, no, they have updated processors. So this one is the GPD Win 2016. Looking at it here, kind of reminds me of the Open Pandora, which I've also reviewed before. The form factor is very similar. As you can see here, it has these. It's meant for gaming, so it has like these buttons and it has the analog sticks here, D-pad, and gaming controls right here, game buttons. So this really reminds me a lot of the Open Pandora. This is pretty interesting. I believe this does run an Atom processor, and so therefore but it's an updated Atom processor. I think it's a Bay Trail processor or Cherry Trail. So it should be able to run much better than the old UMPCs from 10 years ago for sure. Anyways, it's pretty cool. You have this micro keyboard here, QWERTY keyboard, and on button right there. Even an Xbox button. I wasn't expecting that. Does this run Xbox games maybe? Select, start, L3, R3. Has a lot of gaming specific buttons here. Let's see. It has, what is this? A mouse? XD mouse. Yeah, it has like a switch in the middle here. Not sure what this does yet. In the back, you have these are R2, L2 buttons like you would see on the Nintendo DS, as well as L1 buttons up on the side. They do have a lot of buttons on this thing. Full-size USB port, which is always nice to have. Now you can really use this as a mini computer. Micro SD expansion slot. A mini, or no, this is it's a mini HDMI. And wow, is this a USB-C? There might be a USB-C port. That's really cool. And headphone jack. I didn't realize they would put USB-C on this. Yeah, but they did. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, this is the GPD Win, and I'm gonna power this on for a bit and let you guys know what I think. This is just an unboxing with my first time impressions. What else is in the box? We have they actually included Apple EarPods. Interesting. Are they allowed to do that? These are Apple EarPods, right? They included Apple EarPods with this. I can't believe it. A product from another company. This is a USB-C to USB-A cable. Then we got the adapter. That's really cool that this thing charges by USB-C. Wow, how modern of them. That's great, GPD, good job. I mean, I was expecting old-fashioned AC adapter, but charging by USB-C is a really nice modern touch. Okay, this is another display protector maybe. And this is the manual Win, the GPD Win. Of course, it's a Chinese company, so Originally, this stuff is in Chinese. All right. Wow, it's a really good impression so far. I'm really liking it so far. It reminds me of a modern day kind of. It is a modern day UMPC, but the form factor reminds me of the Open Pandora, which I really like. And first impression is so good. So far, so good. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think once I boot it on. Right, guys. So this is the GPD Win. I've installed Windows 10 on it. And also I'm running Steam on it. I'll show you guys a few games that you can play on it. One thing I noticed is that this middle button here, if I put it in the middle position here, I can select this mouse setting, and this right analog stick actually becomes my mouse cursor, which is a little bit more useful. And then these buttons on the back here become my left and right click, which is actually a really good layout, I think. I really like that layout. And one other thing I want to mention is that on the back here, at the bottom actually, you have one speaker here, and you have 3 different settings for the fan here. So you can actually see the fans. So this is like the small fan setting, medium fan setting, the heavy fan setting here. If you turn this on here, maybe you guys can hear the fan now. That's like the heavy fan setting. This is the medium fan setting. I guess I would need that if I'm playing really demanding games or something. But yeah, let's play a few games on this, because you know that's what we want to do with these things. We want to see portable Steam machines, and yeah, let's see. Let's try Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary. This is not too demanding of a game. This game just recently got remastered, I guess, but the original game engine is like 20 years ago, you know. So okay, here's Duke Nukem. Alright, so yeah, you guys can see Duke Nukem 3D here. World Tour.
Let's rock.
Alright, and the controls, they should be actually mapped already, so let's see how it goes. Yep, I think the controls are mapped already. Pretty cool. So this one's go forward. I can use the D-pad, go forward, and shoot right here. Okay, that's cool. Everything's kind of mapped already. Of course, you can always remap it in the controls, the options. But yeah, this works.
Come get some.
Oh shit. Oh, now I can fire. I wonder why I couldn't do that before. Turning is a bit slow, but buttons all work fine.
Face US, what's the difference?
Alright. Anyways, that's Duke Nukem 3D World Tour. That all works fine. Let's try a more challenging game, see what happens. Alright, let's try Toxic. This game just came out recently. It's kind of like a Unreal Tournament clone or a Quake clone. Let's start up this game. Alright, so start up Toxic. Wait a while. Now this machine is not going to be the best at playing games because it only runs an Intel Atom, so obviously the graphics chip is not very good. But I just want to show you guys that it is playable. I mean, it's just not going to be very playable, but it is somewhat playable. That's what I want to say. And even a game here that runs Unreal Engine 3 is still playable. Alright, so it might be a little bit laggy, but it's still gonna be playable, I think. Just barely playable. Alright, let's do solo boot camp. Let's set components 4. Okay, let me start. So this game does run Unreal Engine 4. So if I can play this, I mean Unreal Engine 3. So if I can play this, then that means I can run any game that uses Unreal Engine 3 on pretty much playable to barely playable settings, but I think that's still pretty good considering this is an Atom powered computer, and it's way better than like any UMPC that came before it. So that's actually quite impressive by itself. So that's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, and this game is kind of like Unreal Tournament, Quake. So yeah, the fact that you can actually kind of play this, I mean, it's playable. I probably won't be getting many kills though. No. I know. Got a rocket launcher though. Oh, come on. I'm hurting him. If I had a rocket launcher, I think I might be weird. Yes, I killed someone. I killed someone using the GPD Win. Alright. I completed my mission. I killed someone on Toxic using the GPD Win. Alright. So yeah, actually it is kind of playable. It's not super playable, but it's kind of playable, which is really, really impressive considering that this is a micro-sized computer, you know. I might have to set the cooling on high for this one. But yeah, that's the GPD Win, and it's pretty impressive so far. I think the only gripe I had with it is the battery life is still not that great. You know, it's still only a few hours. It's not going to compare to a laptop. The keyboard is looks very cheap. Like it looks like some $20 keyboard you might get off of Amazon or something. Not very good. The screen has some problems with the rotation lock. Like sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, like sometimes it doesn't know like when to adjust back and stuff, like right now and stuff. That's kind of an issue. I think it might be a driver issue or something, but sometimes that happens and you have to restart it. But yeah, that's the GPD Win, and compare it to my other UMPCs. This is the Vulcan Flip Start, the same form factor, clamshell form factor. Look how thick it is though compared to the GPD Win. I mean, in 10 years, I guess a lot has changed. The thickness of everything. Then you can compare it to my Open Pandora, which is a 4-year-old computer right here. You can see the GPD Win. It should be the most powerful, because these other computers, there's no way they can run any game like Unreal Tournament 3 or something like that. And the GPD just ran Toxic, so. And then yeah, you can just see. Look at that. The Vulcan Flip Start's like a fatty. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's the Open Pandora. Very, very similar controls to the GPD Win, as you can see here, the analog. I also pre-ordered the Dragon Box Pyra, which should be the successor to the Open Pandora, coming up next year, I believe. So I'll wait until I get my hands on that. But the Pandora is very, very similar to the GPD Win, and the Vulcan Flipstar, it's just a fatty. But this one came out way back 10 years ago. Let me just look at the size of that thing. Wow, it's more than double the size. Even I think the Open Pandora is actually massive as well, still. But yeah, props to GPD for creating this UMPC, this modern day UMPC. I really like it, and to be able to play some Unreal Engine 3 games on the go is pretty awesome. And that's it. That's my review. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like these kind of videos. I'll have more up next.